surrounded by idiots.
Look up idiots in the dictionary. You know what you'll find? Dictionary? No! The definition of the word idiot, which you fucking are. He must be the stupidest son of a bitch alive! But he's sure is fast! Hey, stupid!
He's an idiot. He's always been an idiot.
Did you hear me, stupid?
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
Fucking live, dude.
Welcome in, welcome back. It's Adult Idiots, episode 2. Check out the new digs with my brother Pete here.
Hey,
Woo-hoo-hoo, baby.
back to having a little space, not just a couch, huh?
Yeah, I got a lot of things going on here. We got some of my fine art, my novice artwork surrounding us. We got we got some goodies from Shipmas Past.
Gifts from Shipments Past here.
We have Frasier
This is-
hiding.
shout out to my friend Megan, who used to work for an advertising agency that found this in a basement somewhere.
It's one of my least favorite gifts ever. It's
Collector's piece.
weird, like how many comedians love that show.
I don't think it's funny even a little bit.
No, not even a little bit. But yeah, I watch a lot of podcasts. They
yeah.
call me podcast boy.
Yeah.
But so many comedians are like, oh man, Frasier Crane.
I don't like that like transatlantic, highbrow sounding American. You know what I mean? That I've just come over from the other side, and I'm
I
high.
have a chair. Yeah,
Well, welcome to Frasier.
that's really good.
I'm a pretty good Kelsey Grammer impersonator.
So yeah, and I don't understand it. Why so many comedians enjoy it. I've sat through enough episodes because it was either on before
Mhm.
or after,
Right.
and it's background noise, and I would always just like, it's not that I don't get it. I shouldn't even, I was about to go, I don't get this.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it's funny.
No.
I don't think they hit on any of those
I mean,
notes.
I was never a huge Cheers fan, but I can find the humor in it.
Sure.
but, it is what it is.
That was a huge show.
Yeah. So is Frasier. Frasier won a ton of awards, but
Right.
it doesn't have the same luster as some of the other ones.
So yeah, Cheers, I think, was another one that was mostly background noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fine if it's on, but I didn't, I wasn't, man, I
Mhm.
gotta be here for that.
I was seeing a girl for a little bit that loved Frasier. I'm assuming she loved Frasier because every time I go over there, she had the box sets and she was watching them. And
Yeah.
I just remember thinking that's an odd show to be your binge.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got their thing. You have tattoos of fucking Lost on your body.
Yeah, but there's at least like some kind of meat to Lost.
There's a
Frasier
lot of
just-
meat. There's a whole story. What is Frasier's big,
I don't know. He's trying to get that.
I'm asking
British
the wrong
nanny.
person, I'm sure.
I've seen bits.
Yeah. Not enough to go.
There's an old man
This
and
is-
a dog. No.
And that wise guy, David.
Yeah, David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah. David Hyde Pierce. The guy.
Yeah, he's a guy.
So yeah, that I brought in just to tuck away all the chords
Sure.
and loops and dupes and meeps and morps.
You know what
back there.
Frasier isn't?
Huh.
Mad About You, baby.
Another shit misgift. We got a little Paul Reiser book action. Got a one of your
Two.
hold on. I got Easy Rider from you,
Mm-hmm.
a horse magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Spudman was a magazine.
Oh, that's right. You got that for me. That's right.
Yeah, and it went for way too long. It was supposed to be a 1 year subscription that you had for 3.
I got it for a while. Yeah.
Just never stopped.
They're in
I'd
a
always get
box.
the emails.
They're
It's
in
still
a box
going.
somewhere.
Well,
I don't know where though.
probably in the basement where
I
you
have-
flooded, and now all your Spudman, delicious Spudman magazines are fucking trash.
Growing spores.
Wow.
Well, I mean, probably Boldy if they're in a box somewhere in my basement.
Growing spores?
Mhm.
Like a potato?
Well, they grow spuds, but
Fine.
that's the joke I was going for, is that it's growing.
Adult idiots.
Yeah.
This guy. So we got the Soulish Children,
Mm-hmm.
which I had on display in our living room for the longest time.
We had to. Right?
Wife. Well,
Was that the one that we had to
I
have?
came to quite grow fond of these two little Soulish.
It's funny because I got that
kitties.
for you for Shipmas one year, and I've seen many more in thrift stores. Must be the same exact guy, because it's just people with eyes that are hollow.
Yeah. I was just at Goodwill the other day wasting time while Lorelai was at dance class.
Mhm.
Saw a few of them.
Yeah.
Smaller. Not
Not as grandiose as that one.
Right. Diminutive in stature in comparison. These
Right.
two are a couple of large boys.
Mhm.
And we got this thing. I don't know what I would imagine
It's a
some sort
doinket.
of- Oh, the doinket.
Mhm.
Yep, that's right. The doinket. Can you explain
It's
to
a
our
knock.
listeners
It's
what
actually
the
a
doinket is?
knockoff doinket, but
It's a knockoff doinket?
yeah.
Oh my
It's not-
God.
it wasn't actually.
I don't know what the fucking original doinket is, too, so that's
You
funny.
know what a doinket is?
I don't know what a doinket is.
It's from Nathan For You, Nathan Fielder.
Oh, the doinket.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
see,
guy-
I thought you were talking about a childhood toy that I'm
Yeah,
supposed to fucking know what it is.
No, it's the bit on Nathan For You was that there was this toy right here, and the owner needed help making it sell better, and it was essentially just this toy right here, which is just kind of dumb. But Nathan Fielder gets an ad campaign that if you don't have one of these, you're a baby. So
right.
all the kids want it for Christmas because they don't want to be called a baby. So I found one at gosh, I don't remember where I was. It was at Stein's Gardens and Gifts, I believe we were walking through, and I seen it, and it's the closest thing to a real doinket that you can find. So
It's very cool that you found
Mhm.
that.
yeah, doinket.
We got this little feller.
Yeah, this one. This
Oh,
was my profile.
He's
picture
sitting
for
on
a
your
long time.
brother, though.
Oh.
Let's get him out of there. There he is.
Well, it's really nice to be in a space. You know what I mean? Not just my living room.
You know, and that was we came back with the show prior to this, the whole tattoo episode, which we are actually going to cover a little bit more about that today.
Yes, we did, but we also did many episodes that were unairable, that were on my couch.
Yeah,
Kind of
and
uncomfortable.
it didn't have the same. It didn't. I felt like it didn't bring the same out of us
No, I couldn't look at you as much.
because we're side by side on a couch
Mhm.
and having to crick your neck.
Mhm.
Huh? It is weird. It just didn't. It didn't have that vibe that we got from being at the desk. Which also, to be fair, we would have to crick our necks left to right to see each other at the desk. But there was just something about being surrounded by things of shit mispast
Mhm.
and things we love, and having a proper desk. Which we would have done this a little bit sooner, but the desk was the biggest holdup.
Yeah, I think Andy went out and hunted down this desk without my help because I was busy.
Well, you're fucking Trisha boy, Monday through Friday, and
Yep.
I had to take time out of my appointment schedule, which
Mhm.
is what my afternoons have become between doctor's visits, kids going to this, kids going to that, flute this, dance this, fucking whatever.
Mhm.
And trying in between all of that to locate a seller that had the same desk that I originally wanted to buy from Amazon. And I just so happened to find it. We had one lined up for this tomorrow. We were supposed to pick up
Mhm.
a desk that I had lined up in, I think it was like Lake Zurich or some shit.
Yeah.
Didn't really want to go that far to get it. So I got it all okayed with the dude. And right after I made that deal, you sent me this.
Mhm.
And it's legit the same exact desk I had in my Amazon cart that they no longer sell.
Beautiful.
Very cool how that worked out. And then I had to upset that guy by
Was he
calling. He was a little bummed. You can only gauge it in his words.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's no big deal.
Nemoda.
Like, I'm really sorry about it, man. I know we went to a lot of trouble to try and arrange this, but also he was the pesky one that it just kept getting in the way. I I'm only available at 5:30 on a Monday. I got fucking popcorn in my teeth, and I'm really struggling with this shit in front of the microphone. I can hear it in my teeth. So every time I turn away, trying to get that fucker out.
Yeah. Well, that coupled with, the droves of people that just don't respond when you tell them you're interested in giving them money for the stuff they're selling.
That's the other thing. The weeks long search for a desk, L-shaped desk. That's how I had it saved. I kept sending them to you left and right.
It's also amazing. Sorry to cut you off, but it's also amazing the amount of people that, what do we get this desk for? Like $50 or something like that. And the amount of people that are probably selling the same exact desk for like $150 because they're delusional of what they think their stuff is worth. It's a freaking desk, dude.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, most of it though were people that posted fucking desks and never answered. Never. And I know they were real people. I can weed out the bullshit ads and fakes and whatever, bots and whatnot. They're all real people. They're just not fucking answering their messages. Like, what the fuck, dude? Don't be a queef. Just say something like, I've already sold it. Or I'm fucking never available. I don't care. In
their defense, I've been there, though, because I've sold stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and you will get bombarded with bots. And it's just like...
Oh, when the responses, too. Sure, yeah.
After a while, you just start ignoring them all for a while until you have a minute to actually look at what you got going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Is this available? Is this available?
Yeah, I'm not going to... You should put that right in your disclaimer when you're selling something. I'm not answering any fucking thing that says, is it still available? Yes, if it's fucking posted, it's here.
Right.
And I know you're a bot. I can at least weed out bots that way. But yeah, none of these fucking people answered.
Something for sale for $200 and we'd take $40 for it? No.
And I'm not crazy. Anytime I come into an offer where I'm going to buy something, more often than not, I'll knock 10 or 15 bucks off of their price. And more often than not, they'll go for it.
Right.
Sure. You kind of, if you know how the marketplace works, most of these people are expecting, for a $50 item, I'll be happy if I get 35, 40 bucks out of it.
Sure.
So that's where I'm going to come in at, and that's what they want.
Right.
So I'm not going to be dumb and go, here's $50. You want $50, here's $50. I paid 40 for this desk, actually.
Nice.
It was listed at 50. I gave her 40.
Bullseye.
Yeah. And I took it apart in the ladies' living room, which was a little weird.
Where was this again?
This one was in Round Lake Beach. So another 10 minutes south would have been Lake Zurich. So it's like, I just so happened to be in Kenosha picking up the kids from the school.
But this one was nicer.
Fucking A. It was what I wanted from the jump, dude. So it was like, this worked out nice. But yeah, she had like 6 kids running, rampant through the house. Now, one of them said hi to me, but they all went, "No, fuck, stop."
It's a real babyhood, buddy. Real babyhood.
Shit. I hope we're not going to keep coming back to Paul Reiser all episode.
It's
goo goo gaga.
Like a kid like there.
But yeah, too many kids, and it was like, man, I can't turn this Allen wrench fast enough. I had Lorelai with me, and I thought, okay, this will take some of the...
She'll distract the kids.
Yeah, or no. They didn't even play. Lorelai was at my side holding the bag for the screws and bolts and shit.
Well, I was that kid. I didn't want to just start playing with random kids I didn't know.
No, I get it. And she's not not that she's not outgoing. She's a bit of a pistol, as they say. But with new people, nah, she's way too chill and quiet and composed, not interested.
Right.
But at any rate, yeah, we got the desk. We got the goodies. We got Dom Petticone's Phillies card here. I found a lot of our old knickknacks and things in our treasure boxes down in the basement.
I was looking, and I could have come with a truckload of stuff, but I limited it to a few.
You know what the beauty is of having this show, though? We can just keep adding and subtracting as we go. People, we'll give the kids that are watching this, all 6 of you,
tell your friends
something different to look at every time you come on. You come to watch the show. You're like, what happened to that one? Oh. They replaced it with Old Man That Talks and Sings whatever that fucking song was, that shitty gift they gave you.
I couldn't find
The Old Man, is that what we just call?
Don't you wish your grandpa was hot like me?
Yeah, yuck. Yeah, you can go back in our Adult Idiots channel and find the episode as a one of the highlighted clips with that bullshit. You also, those of you that have seen this show, any episodes from season 1, you might notice that the chainus is missing.
MIA.
The chainus, for those of you that don't know, my daughter Kayla made this plaster of Paris
demon.
Well, it was supposed to be the moon, and
Was it?
it was supposed to be the moon. It has eyes and a nose and a mouth, so it was like, I guess, the man in the moon. But it also had, the crater, the most visible crater on the moon, was right where the chinny chin chin is.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, not the man on the moon.
I didn't know it was supposed to be the man on the moon. I thought it was
Not the
demon.
moon. It got the name Chinanus, shortened to Chainus. So the Chainus missing. I have no idea where that got packed away when we made the move to the condo.
APB on Chainus.
If any of you know, and
The whereabouts of Chainus, please.
I had this sinking sensation that I let Kayla have it back. I don't know what would provoke me to do such a thing. I know I didn't trash it.
Kayla, if you're listening, call in, please.
I would be sincerely bummed if I got rid of it. So I know I wouldn't have gotten rid of it.
Was she upset that you were making fun of Chainus at all?
I think probably at first, but it didn't.
Like maybe she's harbored that and she's like, she got it back. She's like, fuck, no, he's never getting it back.
No, dude. She made that when she was young enough where had I given it the name the Chainus at that age, then she probably would have been upset about it. But, she's in her 20s, I think, before I outright gave it that name. At least publicly. I might have called it Chainus right away with the guys from the score. Anyway, she didn't, I don't think she knew about it until she was in her 20s. Good. And maybe she does harbor ill will about it. I don't know. She has a lot of.
You've raised her into quite the
spitting image.
Yeah,
of me.
Humor wise, at least she's on board. If I message her on Facebook with something, she laughs at the same stuff you laugh.
100%.
Not that I'm messaging your daughter often, but sometimes.
No, not like Tom fucking Birkenmeyer did.
Yeah,
like cretin
weirdo.
Slips into my daughter's DMs. I'll get you, you son of a bitch. Yeah, that day couldn't have been more funny. She's like, Dad, you won't fucking believe this.
I don't know, man. I tell you, I see him all the time at Rustic Road. He's always with younger girls. And
you have the audacity in those instances to go, hey, it's your guy.
Yeah.
It's your boy. The fuck is not my boy?
You
guys are fucking dating at this point. You're always,
we don't even
always
acknowledge
in the same
each other
place until you give him the time of day, and then he'll be.
I don't talk to him.
Right in the old.
You're the one that told me about him.
Yeah, but we have a comedy podcast, and he was fucking prancing around like a sissy Mary.
And you don't think it's funny that I call him your boy? And take a picture of his music note shirt.
The origin story of Tom Birkenmeyer and his involvement.
They can go back and
is my fault.
The anals. And
yeah, it's there's historical documentation that it is technically my fault. But you continue we frequent the same venues.
I work there.
Does he know that? I think he probably does. And he's like, I
haven't said a word to him.
I wonder why Pete never says hi to me.
I haven't seen him since Chitmas X, and I'm frankly, I don't know. It's kind of it's, I don't know if it's embarrassing because it wasn't a bad episode, but it was like, we didn't really tell him he was going to be playing Santa Claus. And we made him play Santa Claus, and we tried to get him to prance in front of everybody. And
I don't remember if we mentioned this in the last episode, but we did have Shitmas live at 58 Below in Kenosha.
Yeah.
And Tom Birkenmeyer, who had previously been wasn't it like an audio guest? Or did we do a video conference with him?
How did we audio talk to him? I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we had made fun of him in previous episodes. really got the build up and got him to do a guest spot on our show. And then he came to our live footage of Shitmas at 58 Below and out of nowhere. And, you know, I had quite a few in me already right at the start and it didn't go well. But
that was the downfall of Adult Idiots version 1.
Yeah. Just
But my boy is back.
too drinky. Your boy is sober is
Love it.
yeah. It's so
Anyways.
yeah, that could have been fantastic footage.
We
There was
kissed
a
on
lot
that
of-
episode.
Yes. Yes, we did. We kissed on that episode. Not ashamed of a thing. But yeah, he was in attendance and we said, hey, you want to play Santa Claus? You want to hand us our gifts? No problem. You think you could do a little of that, what was the dancing? Shuffling
Yeah.
shenanigans. What the fuck was that?
Weird stuff.
Scuffle. So he does, again, the origin story of Tom Birkenmeyer and how we ended up finding him. He posts a lot of weird, horrible, weird content on the internet. And one of them, he's prancing. I don't remember what the fuck the dance is called. Shuffling.
I think it was shuffling, yeah.
Very strange. And we asked him if he wouldn't mind doing that as he brought the gifts up to us. But there's so many gifts. I think right away he was.
I don't think he shuffled once from what I remember.
I don't recall that happening.
It was an odd, and to you know, if I see him out, because I do see him out often, it's just odd. Like I don't want to even acknowledge that. I know who he is.
And I wonder, does he?
We'll insert a picture of Tom here.
Does he remember playing Santa Claus?
Oh, 100% he remembers.
Or is his life so fucking outrageously entertaining that we were just a blip, a little tiny nothing on
because
his radar?
I guarantee he thought it was going to be a bigger deal than it was, and nobody knew who he was but us. And there was like 8 people there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. No, he drove home that day being like, what the fuck just happened?
And it was so long.
It was long.
we must have gone.
Well, shipmisses are long usually, but it's not usually, we're going to do it in a venue
and bore some people to tears. And
I think they enjoyed it. Or they just acted because they all knew us.
I mean, I can't imagine any of them actually. I remember some people liking some of the shitty gifts that we gave to each other. Like, that's actually cool.
Well, that's happened a lot.
Well, you can have it then.
I just seen the mossy oak sheets that you gave me.
Yeah.
I was going through stuff, and I remember my buddy Matt was like, I'll take those.
God.
You don't want mossy
They're
oak
not sheets, dude. Those were fucking curtains.
They were curtains, that's right.
Curtains.
You have that hanging up in your living room.
Orange and camo, and like it was a yuckaroo, dude.
Nothing says classy, like some camouflage.
That's why I got them for you. There was a reason. Like, I'm never putting these up ever.
It's so deer don't see your windows. That's why.
And I got you deer piss. I don't remember if it was in the same year, but
it's in a box somewhere.
You
Hopefully
were pretty ready for your first hunting outing in your own living room. So yeah, I mean, this is our fucking new set. We're back and we're feeling good about it. And I'm hoping it brings the same sort of vibe and magic that the old set did. It really just, it already feels right. It already feels good. A little more cramped than I had anticipated. Might have to do a little scooting things around a little bit, but
as a fat zilch, this is it's a little cramped, but I'll be all right.
Did you call yourself a fat zilch?
A little bit,
like a 0.
Yeah,
you're number 1 in my book, baby. No chance.
Thank you.
So you had mentioned something about Jeep ducks, and I would like you to touch on that immediately. You gave me no.
It's just one of the topics I want to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Jeep ducks and
the odd behavior of it all. I don't. So here's the deal, man. If it wasn't a huge thing right now, if I saw you randomly on the street, I didn't know you, and I gave you a rubber duck, how would you take that?
I'm a weird guy. I mean, of course, the first thing that's going to come to mind are Jeep ducks, and what the fuck is wrong with you, and why are you giving? So
let's pretend that doesn't exist.
Sure.
Just randomly receiving a Jeep duck or a duck. How would you take that? Say, oh, here's this for you.
I would assume that it must be a 4 or 5-year-old kid,
Okay.
and that would be the only way that's okay.
I want to know where this
And I would
started.
still take it like this. The kid is holding it out for me, and I would go,
No, but it's an adult giving it to you.
you keep it. That's for you. That's what I would do with a 4 or 5-year-old kid. Actually, come to think of it, I'd probably do the same thing with an adult. I'd be like, no.
I mean, my answer instantly would be, I'm good, thanks. But I want to know the origin of why this happens.
Did we ever Google this?
No. And why seemingly normal men are willing to put rubber ducks on their Jeep. I mean, Jeeps are supposed to be rugged, right? I've never had a Jeep, but they you go mudding in them and all that. Why the ducks?
I always remember being a kid, I had micro machines and Hot Wheels and shit. And fuck yeah, dude. Jeep was like, I'm thinking G.I. Joe. I'm thinking, yeah.
I'm going off-roading in this thing.
Exactly. That would be the one that's going over all the fucking weird hilly terrain, aka lumps in the fucking mattress or, whatever. Yeah. Fuck
you have a bunch of little ducks flying around in your car when you're flipping it. And
see, that's the other thing. How do they stay?
I don't know.
So here's must be. It has to be. Nobody could ever be that excited. But no, to be realistic, I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say it's not cum. They're using double-sided tape, whatever. They're going to that much trouble to stick duckies that they've received from other Jeep owners, right?
Mm-hmm.
People that are just randomly walking the streets aren't hauling around duckies to give to Jeep owners. No. This is a particularly Jeep. It's a Jeep thing you wouldn't understand.
I guess the saying is true. I don't know. It just bothers me. It shouldn't bother me, but it does. I don't understand why.
That's how we are, dude. We take all these little, like the minutia of the existence that we live and we see and breathe and live and breathe. And one of those things just happens to be people that line the dash of their Jeeps with duckies that they receive from other Jeep owners. I find it. Look, I'm not trying to be a fucking fun thief either. Mm-hmm. Here, I to each their own. Enjoy yourselves. I don't
get why it's fun though.
I don't either. I would.
Rubber ducks are for the bathtub.
I think a Jeep is fucking cool. I would love to own a Jeep. I think I would be like, dude, fucking Jeeps are fucking rad. But you fucking hand me a ducky, I'm going to hand it back to you. Mm-hmm. I'm not putting those in my car. Mm-mm. I'm not. No, I put one Aphex Twin sticker on the rear windshield and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the decorations. That's what my car's always been. Mm-hmm. Maybe a Deftones sticker, but not even any longer. I love Deftones, but I'm not. It's an Aphex Twin sticker. That's all I have. And that's what I like. Guess what I'm not doing? I'm not handing out Aphex Twin stickers to other fucking Chevy Sonic owners.
It'd be really weird if you did. You should start doing that. Just start a fad of Aphex Twin stickers on.
And people can go, well, what is this? And then people are going to go like this with my Aphex Twin sticker. No, you keep that. I get it.
I've heard one Aphex Twin song in my life, and I think I'd be more apt to take that over a rubber duck.
Sure.
Because I can give it to you. Because I know somebody that likes that.
I know a guy.
I don't know anybody that likes rubber duck.
Right. You would have
children.
Yes. Like, see, now you're on the trolley.
I've been on the trolley. I started when the trolley started rolling off. I got right on.
But now you're saying that if someone were to hand you these duckies, you wouldn't politely say no thanks.
Oh gosh, I would.
You would keep it and you would give it to a little kid.
No. I said I would say no thank you and walk away.
Okay, but you just said that you would give it to a little kid.
No, I didn't.
We're going to have to watch that back because I swore you just said if I had a rubber ducky, I would give it to a little kid.
No, I said the only people that like rubber duckies are little kids. I'm not touching a rubber duck because I don't understand the symbolism.
I'm with you. I just thought you took a hard left and were like, well, if I have rubber duckies, I would give them to little kids.
I would take the Aphex Twin sticker and give it to you because you like that.
And if you had rubber duckies, you'd hand them to little kids.
Never. I'd burn it before I gave it to a kid.
Your stance on rubber ducks are really, it's escalated.
It wasn't like this until I started noticing that Jeeps have them in there.
I do hate it and I hate it maybe not as much as you, but I do hate it, and I think it's very strange. And like, what is the hunt? Like, does somebody?
There's got to be
like
a winner at some point, right?
Do they have meetups? Or is it just a happenstance where two Jeep owners end up in the same Target parking
you got
lot?
A Jeep? I got something for you.
Yeah.
Check this one out. This one's wearing a cowboy hat.
Green
you got
or
this
purple? Well, we can get crazy here. I have a box full of glow-in-the-darks in the back.
I got one wearing a headband with a tennis racket. You got this one yet?
Wee. Well, I've only seen one of those in Tennessee when I was taking my Jeep off-roading down there with my other duckies.
It's wild that you'd see tennis playing ducks in Tennessee.
I didn't even know that I said that, but I'm sorry.
You did.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. I don't like it.
Okay. I never really even knew it was a thing until I was in a parking lot and I took a picture and sent it to you and said, "Why is this happening?" And you're the one that told me that it's a Jeep thing, and I wouldn't understand.
Yeah,
because apparently it had bothered you before it bothered me because I just don't think I paid attention.
I see that stupid saying on all things.
Oh, totally.
All the dumb shit that we wouldn't understand and don't care to understand, and there's a reason because we think it's dumb. It's a Jeep thing you wouldn't understand. Well,
just a step better than the smiley face with the American flag bandana on it.
Yeah, or
on the wheel cover,
Calvin peeing on a Ford logo. Those are all very strange to me. Like, just because you own a Chevy, which I do, and I never thought I would, but I'm not against anything. It's a car. I need a car. Need to go somewhere. But never in my life would I go, I need a sticker on my Chevy of Calvin peeing on a fucking Ford logo. What? I had kind of weirdo.
I had, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I went to 7 Mile Fair when I was in my early 20s probably. Yeah. And I bought the greatest shirt I've ever, and you can't get it anymore. I've never seen it since, but it's a brown, so like a Mexican Calvin. Mm-hmm. And he's farting on the word La Migra.
Wow.
That was my favorite shirt of all time.
What?
He's not pissing on it. He's farting on it. There's a fart cloud.
Poof.
Yeah, and it says La Migra underneath it. And I want that shirt so bad.
That's amazing. So, how about this shirt? I just saw come across my reels. Ooh, little ding, 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 ding. Banging the mic stand here. I had a Ford shirt come across my reels.
Cool already.
Very. This is all it is, too.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody must be buying this because otherwise, why would you make it? Fishnet, jersey material, cropped for men, like the 80s. You know, in those, you get where I'm going.
What are you talking about? Like a half football shirt.
But it's black with single white stripe on each sleeve. Ford. That's it.
Badass.
But that was the first thing in the reel. It wasn't anything else. That was the first article of clothing that showed up as that does the thing where it swipes to another thing and here's the next article. I was like, what? Why is this even in here? I don't fucking want this. What made my algorithm think this is something that I need?
I'm not going to pretend to understand. I don't know if that's a retro thing, like they're bringing things back because they've seen the half, mesh shirt.
Sure. But why the Ford logo?
I don't know. Why was Bass Pro Shop a cool hat for a little bit in the last couple of years?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to pretend to understand anything with I've worn the same style clothing since high school, so I'm an old man. I get it.
I'm still wearing Adidas. Look, they know. Everybody out there knows they call me Adidas boy.
Band shirt and some jeans, know. Nothing says 43-year-old man dressing like it's 1995.
I got the Segura shirt today. But yeah, it's either comedy shirts
I'm rocking my new Sleeper Sound shirt. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Great band out of Milwaukee.
Awesome.
One of my faves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check out their new album, My Own Dead Love. It's really good.
Sell it, buddy.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's comedy t-shirts and band shirts. And, most of my weekends where I'm spent sitting around here is fucking Adidas shirts or Adidas pants and maybe a hoodie.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing changes. You're not going to catch me in a mesh Ford shirt, not ever.
I go through phases of like, okay, I'm going to grow up now. I'm going to start wearing, button-up shirts and
Pleated
polo
pants.
shirts and, and then like I do that and I'm like, no, I don't like this at all. It doesn't tell you who I am.
I play around in it. I like fashion. I like trying to be fashionable, but
I like to dress up for a function,
sure.
but
same.
I couldn't imagine going to work every day in a suit and tie. That's a lot of work.
It is. Dude, that was the thing. One of Rebecca's bugaboos with her last place is that she had to legit get dialed up. And I know at one point or another, it was almost like I thought they had said like skirts were almost mandatory for the females to wear. Like,
Hey,
get fucking bent.
wear a skirt next time. Huh?
Yeah. You slap on the
Maybe
ass.
show a little more skin next time.
Yeah, like that.
Let me see those ankles, lady. Come on.
Which she said, no, sir. I'm not going to fuck off with that. But that's,
There's only so much you can really do, though, if it's in your job description, right?
new place, new office, no rules. She can wear whatever the fuck she wants.
Same with mine. I
Usually
try
just a bra and underwear and flaunts it.
That's what I wear at my work.
That would not go over well.
I was, the guy
you would be a fired teacher.
I'm not a teacher anymore.
You would be a fired
Employment specialist.
the guy that helps the mentally challenged find work, right?
I don't use mentally challenged anymore.
Daddy.
Christ.
Yeah, we'll bleep it.
No, it's special needs or
Daddy. No.
Well, I'm getting fired from my job, so that's awesome.
We can edit the clip. It's fine. Doesn't have to stay. So, yeah, wear clothes to work.
I was wearing my Wu-Tang shirt one day to work, and the maintenance guy used to work there. He was just talking to me. He's like, "Are we allowed to wear that here?" He's just trying to like call me out for not wearing appropriate t-shirts. I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. And
luckily,
what did you go? Yeah.
Luckily, the accounting department ladies were like, "It's Wu-Tang. What's wrong with that?"
Nice.
It's for the children.
Yeah, it's for the children.
Old man.
I have had a recency of reels coming through on my phone of young children, probably 2-3 years old.
Strange algorithm you got.
Yeah, it's all over the map though. But this has been a pretty consistent one of children who are having their cochlear implants.
Wow, I thought you were going somewhere really different with that.
Cocks removed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
These poor children. No, they're having their cochlear implants placed.
Okay.
And they're going to hear for the first time sitting
Love
in their
that.
parents' lap, in the doctor's office, wherever.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as they go, pew, and that fucking device sets in, it's like, "Hi, Katie. Mommy loves you. Pop over here."
Yeah, I'll bet.
Fucking every time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tug my heartstrings
Absolutely.
to death every time. And I can't just go, "I'm not watching you." I go, "Oh, is that let's watch it."
Mm-hmm.
And then I watch. And these little kids who hear for the first time, beat the lip out. And they're just so happy to hear look, I see your eyes welling up just at the story.
I love it. I love that.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And I think it's adorable. And it's in a internet filled with bullshit and bad.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the bright spots, but I want to know how to make it go away. I don't need it anymore. I don't need those. Once, twice, 3, 5, 10 times, sure. Okay, but I'm over it. I had my fill, and I know, like, every once in a while, let's circle back and give me one of those.
I'll tell you the way to make it go away.
Yeah.
Right now, and I know the exact way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Confuse the algorithm by watching old lady vaginas.
No.
Okay.
No. I'll explain how I got rid of something I got sick of seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a colorblind fella.
You sure are.
Very colorblind. Now, the Enchroma glasses and all the ones that correct colorblindness,
Mm-hmm.
they correct them.
Yeah.
there's zero ability to correct color blindness. No matter what you put over your eyes, you can't do it. It's scientifically impossible. There's a lack of something in our eyes that putting blinders over them is not going to fix.
Yeah.
Now, I have been seeing nonstop because I'm colorblind and I've looked things up online. So it's just constantly, oh my God, look at these colors, blah, blah, blah. So I did research because I want that feeling.
Sure.
And, yeah, through a rabbit hole, I found out all the myths and how they were busted and this and that, and listening to real scientists. So
yeah,
I went on probably maybe 2-3 times I went on those things and just said, this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And, I haven't seen one since. My comments kept getting deleted because they don't want that information out. But, I think because I made a few derogatory statements, like the algorithm said, no, he doesn't want this anymore. So I want you to go on those videos and tell you those kids are fucking actors and this is bullshit. It doesn't work. This is just a big cochlear implant telling you to spend money on it.
Is it Cochlear?
Cochlear. So I want you to go on there and just talk about how those kids are horrible actors and it's not real. Even though you don't mean it. Just be mean.
I knew this was the direction you were going with that.
I mean,
no, I probably will.
I hope so.
I
Please
probably
screenshot
will.
it before it gets deleted.
Because I just don't. I so badly don't want to see it anymore.
I get it. We're emotional boys at times, and sometimes you don't want to be, welling up.
Yeah, I don't need my wife. I'm laying in bed. We're both on our phones. The bedroom is supposed to be the place where you don't say where the magic happens.
No, I wasn't.
The place, the room of, solitude, you just kind of, you get nuzzled in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to watch a program together or, just you're left to your own devices. You can go on your phone. You can do something side by side.
Sure.
I don't think I need my wife rolling over and looking at me, wondering why.
Babe, you okay?
And then I'm just like, fine. The fucking fan is blowing so strong above us. It's just making my eyes tear up. And she's going to see this now and know that I've been watching Cochlear Implant videos.
Busted.
So, yeah. I mean, and I don't try to claim to be some fucking hard-ass tough guy by any means. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm just over here watching Cochlear Implant videos, and watching kids hear for the first time, multiple times.
Yeah.
No, it's always the fan. It's always the ceiling fan. I can't tell that story more than once, and I would have had to have told it at least 6 times.
You got to hide your tears from your wife, huh?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
She hits me.
I don't have emotions anymore because of medications.
Yeah.
But one time I just didn't get my medications refilled.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it was probably like 3 days I'd been off my meds. Nothing serious, just antidepressants or whatever, but I'd been off of it and I was watching TikTok I don't go on TikTok, Facebook Reels or whatever. And
yeah,
I was watching, I get a lot of baseball reels and I got like a 9-year-old hit a home run in a game.
Oh,
and the dad was I'm fucking bawling
yeah.
I was his dad.
Yeah.
Like,
I just
gotta get back on that medication, man.
I just watched one like that this morning. A guy.
I didn't cry at my mother's funeral because I'm that, antidepressant up that like I don't. Nothing comes out. But that, man,
that's the fucking craziest shit that you say that to, because we have had discussions in this house of funerals. I've had discussions at work about funerals and the possibility of my parents passing, primarily my birth-giving mother. And I can't imagine having an emotional response to that anymore.
Well, I mean,
because she's a bad person.
You don't have a good relationship with her, though.
Right.
I mean,
my dad, I would be upset because I know he had no.
He's just following
part in this. Yeah, he had a major head injury. He's doing. He is kind of a meat morp.
He'll follow the lead.
So he is. I don't blame him. And if you're ever watching
kind of a strange
Adult Idiots,
too, though.
Yeah, but it's like it has to be.
You can't blame him. I mean,
I still send him messages
Yeah.
not left and right, but
you can't blame him. He's,
oh my
he's
God,
not
the
really.
Bears just signed so-and-so, or,
don't
happy
get-
birthday, Dad, love you.
You don't get nothing back?
No, he's never
Oh,
replied.
dude, that sucks.
And it's okay. Bobby could have had me blocked on all the things because, she was trying to cut off all communication when I was taking her to fucking court.
It's kind of like, though, and I'm not trying to like belittle who your dad is, but because of the head injury, it's kind of like when you get a divorce and your ex puts all these things into the kid's mind
Mhm.
to make the other parent seem like a bad guy.
Right.
'Cause- and that's what I'm assuming from it, because your mom is a very, she seems like a very blatant person. She'll say what she wants, and I'm sure it's overbearing to your dad.
Correct. And she's the boss there.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
he can't fend for himself. Even before the head injury, he was rarely the punisher or the bad guy in the house. He was always
He was
quiet,
like a great
reserved,
dude, man.
just drinking, chilling, watching sports, and then if all hell was breaking loose, he might have to pop in and say something.
Your
I
dad,
love my dad. He was awesome. And
your dad, your dad made me feel so. What's the word I'm looking for here? Very
important, loved.
No, just one time he made me feel like a piece of garbage.
Oh, the opposite.
Because it was summertime and I came over and I was wearing a Larry Bird jersey.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "You look like Larry Bird now, maybe." Because I'm overweight.
His brand of humor.
That was hilarious. But at the time, I'm like, oh,
yeah, ouch, dude. But yeah, dark and doesn't. And before the head injury, his delivery was impeccable.
Yeah,
Like,
the delivery he had that day was awesome.
I didn't get joke chops from nobody. I got them from him. But his delivery and his brand was always dark and mildly rude, but he had such a perfect delivery prior to the head injury. Now, post head injury, his delivery is either off or in the vocal inflection in which he gives this joke sounds not joke. Hurt feelings. Like
I knew,
but I'm like, dude, this dude.
I knew he was joking. It was just, it stung.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting that for right off the bat. I don't think we even exchanged hellos yet. It was like, Larry Bird now.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've never heard that. I don't remember
And
ever hearing that
somebody
story,
who has a brain injury. It's like, do I attack back or do I just let this one go?
Yeah. How's the stairs doing, buddy? Like,
couldn't do that.
Right. I'm just saying. Beck always gave it back to him.
Why don't you go tumble down a set of stairs, you jerk?
Yeah. I hope you don't trip up those few stairs there, bud.
Well, it sucks. I was trying to bring up something odd. I just, I think it sucks that you can't have that relationship with your dad.
Yeah. And we kind of swayed away from what I was going for here, but,
crying at a funeral.
We were talking about
fun stuff,
but how I feel like I'm just emotionally inept in that regard. But I can watch a video like you were just saying about sports where this kid, and you very well may have seen this. If you haven't, I implore you to look it up because it's a delight. A dad and a kid are in the parking lot. He's in his baseball uniform. Dad surprises kid with a box in the trunk. Inside box, very much shaped like a box that would be holding a baseball bat, was probably a $250 bat, probably was his whole paycheck. Surprises kid with the baseball bat. Kid cries. Dad cries. They have that moment in the parking lot. He's like, "You're going to go hit a lot of home runs with that one, right?" It's like, "Hell yeah, Dad." These, I don't know, probably 10, 11.
Please tell me you struck out 3 times in that game.
No, I can't tell you that because then I wouldn't have had the emotional response. It gets you twice because it gets you in that moment where it's like
sweet.
It's designed that not designed. It's real, but it's
probably is designed,
scraped together all of his finances to be able to get this very specific bat that the kid wants, right? Anyway, cut to game footage. Don't know if it's the same game, same day, but they make it seem so.
Mm-hmm.
Kid mashes a home run to dead center field, and guess who's videotaping it from center field?
Dad.
Guess who catches the fucking home run?
Dad sitting in center field and not behind the plate.
Dad is in center field at this ballpark, catches the home run.
Is it Little League?
Yeah. Yep. And a full fence.
I'm not buying that one.
Well, you go watch. You've ever watched a Little League World Series shit on TV? There's tons of people that sit out there on the hills.
Was this that caliber of game?
I don't know.
Was there a lot of people watching?
There were people kind of all over.
I mean, I never coached at that level, but every single dad was right on the field just so they could yell at their kids and undermine everything I'm telling them.
I know. So
move over. No, don't move over.
Can't.
You fucking coach.
It's him. You hear the dad talking on the video, and he's the one that fuck. I got it. Holy shit!
I'll have to watch the video,
and you can hear him just going, "That's my boy."
I'm gonna film a reaction.
Oh my God, dude!
I'm gonna film a reaction video to this and let you know how I feel about it.
You know how we feel about reaction videos. It was the fucking worst thing on the internet, I think. People reacting just to get clicks on somebody else's.
Do you know what I've been watching a lot of?
Huh.
Can I change it? Like, were you done with your baseball kid story?
Yeah, and the cochlear implants. I don't have any.
It just makes you cry.
Yeah, and I'm tired of having that emotional response invoked, and I would like it to go away. And now I just have to go into the comments section and say, "Fuck these pieces of shit." They need to suffer a little longer before you go ahead and just give them whatever the fuck they want. It's a lot of money.
Guess what? I've been able to hear all my life. You're not special, kid.
There, perfect. So I think that would get it shut off. You're probably right. But then I'm fearful of what's next. What are they going to start feeding? More Ford shirts?
I hope so.
Like, fuck off, dude. So you were going to change the subject to...
No, I'm not really changing it. I'm talking about viral things. I don't even know if it's a viral thing, but I've been watching a lot of videos of classically trained singers, like operatic singers.
That's amazing.
But they're reaction videos to like music that we enjoy. Like they'll have them like, I'll have them like listen to like Tool and like it makes me feel good watching these people who are just so classically trained realize that like
there's other music out there.
But the shit that they probably just wrote off is they're like, oh my God, these people are amazing.
Yeah.
I like that. I like those reaction videos. I'm not into like kids listening to Nirvana for the first time because it's not the first time they've heard Nirvana, but it might be this classic singer's first time hearing Tool. I
get what you're saying, and
I like it.
I tuned into some of the first ones that I can recall being on YouTube.
Just freaking
drummers that are trying to, a classically trained drummer that's playing Buddy Guy shit and listens to, Danny from Tool playing this part in whatever the fuck song, and then he tries to play it back, mimic it, and give his thoughts on like, you're watching him react and hear it. And go, wow, fuck yeah, blah, blah, blah. I watch those, I would say simply out of boredom and curiosity. Now I can't even gauge what's real anymore. And I've said this on the internet, like, I don't even know what's real anymore. And it's not a front. I don't know anything anymore.
I get that.
In all facets of life. I don't know what's going on.
I like to think I'm pretty good at, like gauging like facial expression.
Yeah. But I don't know. Are we? Because I feel like it's all just I guarantee you listen to the song 15 times before you decided to hit record. I feel like that's the bit. It's just like, well, I know what I got to do today.
I feel like musician, usually like, classically trained operatic singers, probably not a great actress though. You know what I mean?
I think you'd be taking the fun out of the bit by doing that, but I can't imagine anything not being fraudulent anymore.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen a video where they're like, this is terrible. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see them going like, who recommended this garbage? But like watching some like classically trained, pretty straight up woman listening to System of a Down is pretty funny to me. Cause like, she's like, oh my God, this guy's got a crazy range. You know what I mean? And like, you hear it. If she's heard it, she's probably heard it in the background somewhere and be like, what the fuck is this? But then sitting down with their cans on and actually listening to what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's amazing watching, but it's something I enjoy seeing once in a while.
Well, I can't find myself on board in agreement with you on that.
You don't have to.
There was a time that I gave it my time. Now I will no longer give it my time just because I
Putting
don't.
a real hard stance on not watching people reacting to things.
I don't
like a lot of them.
I can't stand a reaction
I
video.
don't like all of them. I just,
Here's me with reaction video. I'm either going to give it a hard swipe up and fuck off, or if it's something that I want to see the video, if I want to see the video, I'm hiding wherever the fuck that penis's face is. And I'm not giving it. I know he's getting the view, but he's not getting my view. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Not giving you that. You get nothing.
Okay.
I'm watching the video behind you, pussy. See, that's me going hard.
We're already at an hour, buddy. We're already at an hour.
That's crazy, and we haven't even discussed
a lot of things.
The butt tattoo.
Yeah.
I did want to. All right, let's
get into that.
So, if you guys tuned in last week,
Hopefully you did. Matt.
I unveiled a tattoo on my upper cheek of Pete's name in cursive with a little heart.
We'll link the video in this.
Yeah, we'll throw the link up, and maybe right now you would superimpose. Bing! There's my picture of my butt cheek on the screen.
Butt cheek on there. Don't do any thumbs up though, because apparently it gives balloons or something popping.
Right. So we did that, and Rebecca won a auction at our kids' school. She bid on the chance to go on Kiss FM with Allie and DZ, their morning show, and sit in on their morning show. Right here, I would be posting a few pictures, and you can see that as well. Here's my kids. And they were on the show, and they did a great job, and it was really cool to listen to, except, well, I was listening to Kiss FM that morning. That was the worst part.
I didn't get to listen.
It's okay. You can go on the Odyssey app and pull up that very episode, and you can listen to it back if you like.
Cool plug.
Very cool. That being said, off the air, they had asked, what was your husband do? What's dad do? Like, he works at an oral surgeon's office, and he has a podcast with his best friend, and Lorelai or Mackenzie decided, in the last episode, he showed Pete that he got a tattoo of his name on his butt, and both of the hosts were like, what?
Yes.
DZ was like, oh, I think me and your dad are going to be good friends. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Does he also have butt tattoos?
The Andy and DZ show coming to Kiss FM.
Sure. And they talked about it. They discussed at length what brought that on, to which led to this. They have a bit on their program called Am I the Jerk? Which Allie will read
it's
a paragraph that somebody mails in, emails, whatever.
You sent it through the postal service.
Yeah.
Put a stamp on it.
Pigeon message, whatever the fucking...
20 Express?
Yeah. So they read these paragraphs that are sent to them. To the public that is listening to their radio program. And then people call in with their thoughts. And it's sounding very much like this coming week, Am I the Jerk is going to be centered around my butt tattoo.
Oh, it wasn't this last week?
No.
Okay.
They had talked about it after the show had aired.
Right.
So as they were doing a tour and wandering the halls with Allie and DZ, this conversation came up. Oh, I see because last I had told you it was going to be tomorrow, which would have been the Friday episode.
Right.
They did not do it on Friday. And Beck felt some kind of way about it. So she did what everybody else does, and she emailed the story into her directly because she has her direct email.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, just in case you needed it in front of you. And she put together the whole.
Well, good.
the whole
Because I was going
paragraph.
to say, they better not forget about it.
And
Because I want people to know that my name is on your ass.
right. And here is my fear. My fear was that this was going to be an unfair, you put it out there as simple as my husband would never get my name tattooed on him, but he has his best friend's name tattooed on his butt cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the jerk for feeling some kind of way about it and not giving any, background, no context? But she did the right thing. She put it in a large paragraph. I'm going to read it to you. Okay. And then all of you, you probably won't see it this episode before Kiss FM airs, which means we will have more butt tattoo content for the next episode.
Good.
Here is the story. She sent this in to Allie, and from what I understand, this may be aired next week's program. My husband Andy will do almost anything for a laugh. He does a comedy podcast with his bestie Pete and wanted a shock factor. That already isn't true. I wasn't looking for a shock factor. I wanted to come back with season 2 in a big way, not a shock factor. I wanted to do something outlandish, silly, loving, wild, and what better
Thoughtful.
way?
It's thoughtful.
Yeah. So, to continue on. I think he went too far this time. He has been going to a tattoo artist for some time now, getting a half sleeve on his arm. I love it. It's beautiful and it has tons of meaning. On one of his visits, he couldn't take much of the pain on his arm for whatever reason, so he and his artist decided to call it quits early. Instead of wasting ink, he thought, what can we do with this? Next thing I know is I'm getting a picture sent to me of my husband's best friend's name on his butt. I immediately respond with, get the fuck out of here. Thinking that was the joke, sending me the pic of just when I had the transfer paper.
Yeah.
Placed it was purple at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was going to be it. Little did I know he actually had Pete's name tattooed on his butt cheek, and to top it off, he ended his name with a little heart. I was hurt by this, considering my husband would never get my name tattooed on him. Yes, he told me that, because relationships can dissolve, but his best friend will be there forever. We have been married for 15 years this year, 2 kids together, and he has one from a previous relationship. I have been through hell and back with this man. Am I the jerk for having hurt feelings that my husband got his best friend's name tattooed on him, even if he claims it was just for a laugh? What a fucking well put together paragraph.
That's burying you, though.
No question. But it is going to, I would hope, invoke both sides. You're going to get people, I think, that are like, gotta be on board with the jokes, dude. He's just a silly
Aliens,
goose.
CJ, or whatever. Do they understand humor is the question.
It's DZ.
DZ.
Think Dizzy.
DZ.
Yeah, we go DZ. Buenos dias. He says that every morning. Buenos dias.
Was his last name
Something-
Diaz?
No, just some. Oh, maybe.
I bet you it is.
Maybe.
Look who's cracking the cake.
He says a lot of Spanish things, but I don't
just
believe
listen to
he's
you.
Hispanic. I believe he is an African American male.
Yeah.
Maybe both. Maybe mixy.
I mean, so was Alexei Ramirez. Dark.
So Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, dark.
Very white now.
Pink. Almost pink.
A ghost. So yeah, I do like how she put it together.
Mhm.
I think the way it's designed is very much the way that, and I don't listen to this radio show ever. And I'm sorry, Allie and DZ, when you listen to this episode and you go, oh, they're out there talking shit. What the fuck? I'm not. To each their own, and I think you guys do a great job at what you do. That being said, it's not for me. But I have listened to Am I the Jerk on numerous occasions in the car with my family, my
Mhm.
wife, my kids. Primarily when one of our cars are in the shop, we have to share a vehicle, and that's what we got to listen to on the way to drop the kids at school.
It's a bit they do everywhere, so you're
And
going to hear it no matter what.
Rebecca's paragraph is so on the nose and
Mhm.
on
It'll
point
get
that
read.
I think. Well, I'm not. It's going to be read. I'm just saying it's going to elicit a response from, I think, both sides. I was fearful that it was going to be like, let's shit down Andy's neck.
Well, if Rob
and make me out to be this fucking saint, when that's not the truth. You actually give the truth to the story, then you're getting a real am I the jerk?
Yeah.
Because either you're giving it both sides. Either you're on board with jokey, silly goose time, or you're fucking not, and you're like, what a prick. But here's the other thing. I'm not saying I won't ever get my wife's name tattooed on me. I just not yet. I haven't yet.
You got mine first.
Yeah. And there's nothing to it. She doesn't have a fucking podcast with me.
Here's the thing is, Mr. DZ.
Why aren't we laughing at that? I don't know.
If Mr. DZ.
If she only had a podcast with me, she would have a butt tattoo too.
Mm-hmm.
Ha ha ha. Go ahead.
If he's a real dog, he'll have your back on this one.
DZ?
Yeah, but
I think he is.
If he's a little cuck boy, he's going to have her side, and then it's war.
No, because you got to have two people. You got to have one of each kind of button heads in the studio.
I understand that,
right?
And we'll see how much of a dog DZ is.
And they do. They kind of scissor. That's not what I meant for them to do, but
scissoring.
Yeah, no, they do give each other. Oh, but what about this? And then she's like, well, yeah, but what about this? So they don't always necessarily pick a side.
Yeah.
But if there's a side to be had, I think DZ is going to be on mine. And if you're not, don't be a cuck, dude.
I did a little fact finding,
buddy. Don't be a fucking cuck, dude. Get on board with Andy.
Yeah, Team Andy. I did a little research, buddy.
Yeah?
Rob DZ.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Last name?
It's spelled DZ.
Yeah, no. Last name? Franklin.
Oh, good. So
DZ makes total sense.
Okay, good.
Come on, D's.
Where does it come from? Is his middle name Demetrius?
Discovery Zone?
Demetrius Discovery Zone? Oh my God. Old Rob Discovery Zone Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So
depends. We'll see what stance he takes on this. It could be something way worse. We'll see. We'll see after the airing.
I'm looking forward to it. I was very
destroy you, Rob DZ, if you don't agree with us.
I was concerned that she was just gonna fucking bus toss me here and make me look like a prick. But no, she covered it all, so now people can form a genuine opinion about the sitch. And I don't care if I'm the jerk. Because what I did out of love and
I'll never say you're the jerk.
Jokey time. There's nothing funnier. I mean, there's tons of things that are funnier, but what a big way to come back in season 2 than to show my butt cheek on our fucking program and have it be your name with a little cutie little heart, right?
I'm still trying to decide if I need to return that favor.
Well, that's the thing. You're gonna.
Okay.
We'll have Steph on the show. I'm hoping the next episode.
Oh yeah?
I'm hoping. Yeah.
Maybe she can do it live on the air.
Here's another thing. I don't like hinting at future episodes but I mean you do want to keep people coming back. So your butt is mine. Mm-hmm. And I think we'll have Steph on, just a quick interview on the air so she can know. We can update her with what happened already and what we'd like to do going forward, which would be having my name spelled out around the rim of your anus.
Sounds pleasant, like a real good time.
And thoughts for me were we can get raw footage at the tattoo parlor and share it on our socials or in that very episode when they tattoo your hole. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the only like thing that's stopping me is I have a very white ass and
that's what it's supposed to be.
No, but
should we go tanning first? Is that going to make you feel better?
No.
Just our anus and our peps?
I mean, you didn't get yours on video.
I did not.
So I'm having my pasty white ass.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I can dance around
No, I don't mind if it's videoed.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a glorified colonoscopy at that point, right?
Yeah.
Just
Speaking of
everybody
which-
gets to see it.
Speaking of which,
But yeah, so that's what I think for the future episode.
I like it.
I do go and see her, I think the first weekend of April to get the arm finished. So I'll just kind of.
You going to be man enough to get it actually finished this time?
Yeah, it was weird, dude. It was so early in the morning, and I don't think my skin was ready. You know, it was just I had baby skin.
They
that
call
morning.
him Excuse Boy.
I've sat in the chair for way longer and not given it. I was like, I brought in it. I haven't had.
I thought I hit the guitar.
Oh, but it's actually a helicopter outside because I was hearing boom. Daddy. Okay, so
Wild, do that just in the middle of that.
uh-huh. Just we can crop that and use it to cover up the R word that I used earlier.
You'll find something.
The fuck was I saying? Yeah, you threw me off, buddy.
I don't know.
Future episode, I'll talk to her while I'm in the chair and get her on board with that.
Cool.
Not gonna Steph sticks.
No, I said cool.
Oh, cool. I thought you said who. Yeah, and we'll do that, and that'll be a thing that we do, and we'll air it, and that's a thing that'll happen.
So the last time we had talked about it, though, you had mentioned you had a colonoscopy coming up.
Yeah. So
How'd that go with the whole Pete tattoo? And
I went to the doctor, and my idea was I would fill in the nurses and my doctor before they gave me the sleepy juice for the delicious, delicious nap, that I have a tattoo of my best friend's name on my butt cheek because I have a comedy show, trying to sell the comedy show. See if I can get even my butt doctor on board trying to watch the shit.
right.
Silly old me with, lack of sleep because, you got to get up at 3 in the morning and suck down the butt juice all over again and shit your eyeballs out one more time before you head in there at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Tired boy. Forgot entirely to tell them that I have a Pete tattoo
That's what I was hoping.
on my ass.
That's what I was hoping for.
The look on my doctor's face when he came in to tell me all of his findings. We shook hands, and he kind of held my hand longer than usual, and he kind of had a smirk.
Good.
But, I'm just coming out of my fucking nappy coma, so I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together at that point. I at no point remembered there was a tattoo on my ass until I was in the car with Rebecca, and she said, "Hey, dude, you remember to tell them about your tattoo on your butt?" And I went, "Oh no, it's exactly the way fucking Pete wanted this to go down."
It's wild out of context. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and
I'm assuming they have your information that you're married, but you have Pete tattooed on your.
still tired little me was like, he probably didn't think anything of it. Probably it could be one of my kids. She's like, on your ass, dude. I'm like, yeah. That was
Probably as jarring as you eating gummy worms on the mic.
dude, I can't stop. They're so good.
They're good. That's why I ate them before.
I got my fill during the break, but I had to finish this last little delight that was sitting there.
Oh, please put it in your mouth and talk some more. It goes for good.
Do the ASMR. This is how I eat all the time. All right. So we, she pointed that out. Like, did you remember to tell him? Nah.
I love that. I love that. I want to get your doctor on the line too to see their initial thoughts of seeing a male's name tattooed in your ass.
Same. So I don't know. Well, a couple hours later, I had Wendy's, I think, for lunch. which was outstanding at the time.
Nothing's great for your colon after being completely cleansed and throwing a Baconator down it.
Yeah, he told me to take it easy. Don't go too hard with whatever you're gonna. Start gentle.
What does he know?
I was starving, dude. My body was ready, and I needed a spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
so
it's great.
We did
even better for the colon. Some itty Wendy's spice.
It wasn't ideal, and I did struggle a little bit that afternoon with cramping and whatever.
Well, I'm just thinking of the freshly cleansed out, probably raw.
Nice,
the raw colon just getting
scuffed up with fucking
crunchy
chicken. Yeah, I don't think it quite works that way. I think it's mostly broken down.
Yeah, but still, those whatever fake spices they put in those. Things, it's probably great for it.
Yeah, and
just think your colon just flaming red from it.
It felt spicy on the way out. I do remember it. Which is not the usual thing with a Wendy's spicy chicken. I don't usually have that issue, but because I was very clean, yeah, I felt it. But yeah, totally forgot to tell him. And it was a little while after lunch. I started to remember shaking his hand after we were done. Hey, Siri, don't listen to me. Stop. I started to remember shaking his hand, and I remember a smirk. And I started to play it out in my head, like seeing if I could really remember, is that why? Or was he just happy to see me? It just seemed weird now. Like
maybe he gets it. Maybe he
almost like it feels to me that it's like he wanted to say something to me that was not just about my health.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, bud? Very Italian guy. So, we're familia.
My guy.
Yeah.
My paisan.
Yeah. So it's yet to be discussed. I have not seen him, nor have I seen the staff since the colonoscopy, and
I wouldn't expect
you got it exactly the way that you wanted it. You wanted me to forget, and you wanted me to go in there
absolutely
bare-assed and no context. Andy has cursive Pete with heart on butt, no story attached, and that's what fucking happened, dude.
I love that.
It was a thing that happened.
I love that.
I'm going to ask you to watch this.
Okay.
Okay, and then you tell me what you see.
Can we move that Gatorade bottle?
Sure.
Daddy, I have a question.
What's your question?
Why are we all wearing matching shirts?
You should go ask Mommy.
No, you ask Mom.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Please.
Fine. Hey, hon, why are we all wearing matching shirts?
Because it's tradition.
Yes, dear. Love you.
Yeah.
What?
What do you think of that?
Okay, they're little people. They're all little people. Children and parents.
All children.
Other than the fact that they're little people, why is that a video?
Well, you see, Pete.
Why would that even
Let me explain.
be on the internet?
Reels and TikTok and all these things during the holidays, people tend to, and I know everybody has seen this at one point or another. Everybody wears the same Christmas jammies, and we're gonna make a video about it. Well, we're all wearing the same or some set of Christmas sweaters that resemble one another, and that's a thing that people do now.
But what
I'm tired of it.
What in that video made it them say, well, let's post this, though? I don't understand why that's a thing. It wasn't funny.
No. And that youngest child is a demon.
I couldn't see very well from the view, but it's okay. I understand.
I'm going to show you again. No, it's not okay. I'm going to show you again. Can I go backwards on this one? No?
I see what you're saying. Kind of looks like a small It the Clown.
A little bit. A little Pennywise. And it has...
Where's the joke here? So the joke here is that, like... The joke here is that...
That thing's going to eat my soul in my sleep, dude. That's not a child. What the look at that.
Let me see if I can figure this out. The joke is that he asked the wife why they're wearing it, and she said, 'cause it's tradition, like a cunt. And then he said, yes, dear. And it's funny because, like, he has to listen to his wife. That's the joke there.
So I'm going to fill you in on something here, Pete.
Okay.
They were, I know you probably didn't notice, they're all little people.
I said that already. Absolutely.
Right off the top, you did.
I get it.
So that's it. That's why that was posted.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the joke,
Mm-hmm.
then they're just making fun of their own disability, correct?
That is correct, I think so. Well, are they making fun of it, or are they just going, we're a little people family. Obviously, we're different than what most people are used to seeing. We're going to capitalize off of it. You know, I don't think they think it's funny. I think
I hope not. It's not funny.
No,
and if it was, regular sized people,
funny. It's a little funny. Little funny.
If it was regular sized people, though,
no, that video would be.
Where's the comedy?
I wouldn't understand it at all.
I still don't. I don't see size, so it's like, what am I looking at here?
You're so shit. You didn't see size in that video.
There's just people.
I mean, I'm not suggesting by any means you're sizest. I'm just saying
I'm a little bit sizest.
You can.
I'm 5'10", buddy. I am average.
You are colorblind. You're not blind. So you do know the difference between a full-grown adult and a video
You don't know what I'm diagnosed with.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we've touched on your colorblindness way too many times, like it's a big fucking deal on this show. Don't let me do that. I was the one that was going to get you the Enchroma glasses when it first came out.
I'm glad you didn't waste your money.
Fucking shit, dude. I'm very glad of that. One of the episodes we didn't air, I believe, was when you showed me the Enchroma, the hogwash.
Yeah. Like the kid picking up the balloon with the name written on it.
Yeah. It's all fake. It was all fake.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it. And
nobody's talking about it.
No. People are probably out there still buying.
Because the videos are sweet. They're like, oh.
Yeah. And that very much like the Cochlear implants.
Mm-hmm.
That was, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. I am going to surprise my best friend with the best thing ever.
God, that would have been
the
so
ability
sweet,
to see like a human being.
The problem is that I would have had to fake it around you just so I didn't feel bad that you bought me these $300 glasses that didn't work. So I'd be like, oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Look at that color. Blue.
What color is the grass? Blue. Wait, what did you? Blue. Like grasses? No, buddy. What's wrong with your
Kentucky
glasses?
bluegrass. You never heard of it?
Yeah. That's green. The grass is always green on the other side. You never put that together. The grass is always blue.
That's how I know a lot of colors, though. It's just, knowledge. Because I'm not dumb, and I know grass is green. Except for when it's brown, and then I assume it's green. You got another video for me?
Yeah, except there's no sound. We're going to back her up and do it one more time.
Konnichiwa. I'm David Kuhn. I saw you from across the room with my shirt ring gone, and I just thought, well, I have to make you my waifu. Oh, did I just say that out loud? I'm sorry about that. Usually I'm much more calm and cool, like Sasuke, but you're making me act like a complete baka. It's like God decided to put fan service in my slice of life. I mean, look at those things. They're as round as a Rasengan. Who am I kidding? You'd never want to be with a guy like me. You're way out of my league. I mean, people say I look like Gojo, but you're like a goddess in isekai anime. I'm just a nice guy who loves yandere. What do I have to offer? Wait, what am I saying? Never give up. Will you? Will you? Will you? Will you show me your jiggle physics? Oh, my nippies, help!
Fully grown man.
Was that in front of a green screen, or was that actually in the school?
I don't care.
No, I have to know. Because it's gotta be in front of a green screen. I fucking hate people so much, dude. Honestly, like, what the fuck are you talking about? That gentleman at the end said grown man, and I hope not. I hope that's a kid still. The fuck is wrong with you, man?
It is a grown adult doing.
I couldn't read the caption up top.
An anime character, essentially, as a human being, doing anime live action. I
hate people,
and that was a reaction video.
Yeah,
but I applaud the fine black gentleman that does those videos, because he is doing it for the right reason, to poke fun at it, much as we are doing right now.
I can't.
He usually has a very funny. He does like either a rendition of what they did in the video, or makes fun of it in some way.
Well, I understand why he didn't, because I don't understand. It's enraging to me.
All he said was
grown adult,
a fully grown man. And what more can you? We sat silent through that whole video. Neither of us made a fucking peep, because you're just. I mean, I've seen it once before. I could have sat there and interrupted it and said some stupid shit, but you had to have the same reaction that I did, and that's what
Viscera?
The fuck is this?
It made me angry, and I am by no means a be a man type of guy. But stop it. Stop it.
Knock that off right now.
Don't do that again. That's weird. It's an odd choice to record that and put that online and be like, yeah, this is going to be funny.
How many other grown adults watched that and they were like, so good.
What do the captions say up top? I didn't read it. I couldn't see it.
Well, I'll have to do a little scroll here. Oh, my God.
They say POV something, this is a freaking weirdo.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
I labeled it in the chat as fuck.
What is it saying up there?
Hold on. Gotta unmute again.
I saw you from across the room with my shireen gone, and I just thought...
They're just gonna go into like a song or something. Like
POV, you get approached by the weeboo kid, part 2.
What the fuck does that mean? Weeboo?
That's not for us to know, dude. What a queef. Look at the look on his face.
Grow up, dude.
Knock it off.
I've by no means grown up in my life.
No, we are
fucking
literally...
grow up, dude. Stop it. What are you doing?
We have a podcast where we act like complete buffoons. Mm-hmm. But by no means am I ever going on the internet and going, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
I don't like that at all.
Calm down, Tetsuo.
Tetsuo?
What does that mean? That's the only anime that I've ever seen in my life, which was Akira. And I must have been 17 years old.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Fun to watch high. It was fun to watch high. I believe I still have it on a VHS tape somewhere.
Very cool, buddy. Very cool.
Another Kevin special there. In the chat, you also shared this dipshit.
Hello, everyone. It's Brett Favre. First and foremost, happy holidays to each and every one of you. Secondly, if you haven't heard of Corvato, it's an AI. That's right, AI. This is the direction our country and world is going, AI. But it's a AI-driven trading algorithm software. And what's really cool about it, you keep your own funds. You give the software access to your account, and they do the trading for you. But there's a 7 to 10% monthly gain over a 3-year Period. No losing months. No losing months in 3 years. That's pretty successful. So take a look, and if it fits your financial plan, I strongly urge you to give it a shot. Again, Bravado.
We get it.
It's AI driven.
What are your thoughts on that?
I just see a chooch that I used to love that played football, and now he's a fucking tool.
So that one, it's
And
obviously
a piece of human shit.
AI art. It's him, but it's AI. Brett Favre, if you guys don't know, former quarterback.
Uh-huh.
Because I can't see it, but I think I remember it was like an AI art type of Brett Favre. My question was, is that all AI? Is that AI talking?
I would imagine you can definitely see it in the skin.
No. Not the art, but is the audio AI?
Has to be.
Because it's either that or he is freaking coked out of his mind.
Yeah.
His art.
Yeah, this is the way our world's going. This is AI.
So this one came up after a different video, but this one, my question is why Brett Favre? Why is he selling AI? Was it stocks or something?
Your guess is as good as mine. I couldn't even really make out what. Like it's for planning your financial future.
So this is my algorithm now.
If this suits your idea of the financial future, I don't know anything about what the fuck you're talking about.
So they AI'd him. They AI'd him talking.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously had to have given permission. So just fucking record it, dude. What are you doing? What is that? What is that?
What the fuck is going on?
So that is now my algorithm. I'm just going to get Brett Favre videos because I sent you another one too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I all of a sudden cannot find our group chat. Here it goes. They tucked it away neatly in the bottom now.
I'm going to preface before you play this with that it is election season.
Yeah.
We're voting for Supreme Court justice, and we have two choices. I forget the woman's name, and then we have Brad Schimmel is running against her, and he is very
Crawford, I believe.
Yeah, Crawford. Doesn't matter because she's getting my vote regardless because I'm not voting for Brad Schimmel because he is an awful person. He's a judge and he is completely against any kind of women's rights, abortions.
He's one of the bad guys.
Not even like abortion if you're brutally raped by your father. He's not for that. And he's a piece of garbage.
Right.
And so, I mean, what is garbage person better, might as well just have a garbage person endorse him because Brett Favre's garbage too.
Yeah. So the other video that you had sent me,
mm-hmm.
Is it going to show me now? No, that's our fucking page. It's so weird. It's just all of a sudden telling us that the chat, it can't find any of our history. So I'll just have to pull it up on the phone.
That's okay.
You have it on your computer?
I don't, because I'm recording like two different things. I don't think I can play a video right now. We might have my computer start to melt down if I.
Here he is.
Hi, I'm Brett Favre. You must get out and vote April 1st for Judge Brad Schimmel. Your vote for Brad Schimmel will keep Wisconsin and America winning. When folks like you vote, America and Wisconsin wins.
Now, he could have easily been, that could be AI too. It's not.
It's him.
But he does look, his nose is redder than Rudolph, dude. He's probably coked out on this video as well. Anyway.
So, just.
Fucking Deutsche Bank.
So let me bring you back to Brett Favre signing with the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre was a god in this area. We're in Wisconsin.
100%. Even for a Bears fan as myself, Brett
amazing.
Favre was like, man, I just
amazing.
loved watching the motherfucker play. Same with Aaron Rodgers. And
so Brett Favre
queef.
Single-handedly made 50-year-old housewives football fans in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
You had women who didn't care two shits about it, but then they had Brett Favre jerseys. He was a god.
Yeah.
And then he signs to play. The only thing he loves is football.
Yep.
To play for the Minnesota Vikings rival. And you had these same people saying what a piece of shit he was. And that bothered me a lot because I'm neither here nor there. I'm a Dolphins fan.
Traitor. Spelled
See-
wrong, of course. Trader. You traitor.
The man's looking to get paid, and he tried to retire a couple times, and then, he realized, well, what the fuck am I going to do? Okay, it's all good. I never lost any respect for him then.
Right.
But since he's helped he's helped people embezzle money out of Mississippi welfare, millions of dollars. He helped with that. He was doing that.
Plan your financial future with me, Brett Favre.
So for this man, who, by the way, I was reading the comments and people were like, "We're with you, Brett. We're with you." This motherfucker,
We're with you.
this motherfucker doesn't give a fuck about his own people in Mississippi. He took their welfare money, and you're okay with him telling you that this fucking piece of garbage is okay. You vote for him because it's good for Wisconsin. I don't trust a fucking word you say, motherfucker.
I think maybe that's to Brad Schimmel's benefit. Or, well, actually, it should be not to his benefit. What am I talking about? I'm starting to space out now. But yeah, having a guy that everybody around here loathes now that he was no longer a Green Bay Packer and did go to the Minnesota Vikings, and that's the assy taste in their mouth that they were left with. One could only hope.
They're over it though, because Brett Favre says vote red.
Oh, so now, yeah. So
now he's
swinging it back the other
perfectly
way.
fine now.
Gotcha. Doesn't matter if he's a criminal or a
Don't
fucking
care what you
creep or
vote,
a
dude.
rapist or
You
a guy
don't-
that whips his dick out at strangers.
Yeah.
And
You don't have Wisconsin's interest in your best interests. I can't talk. You know what I mean, though. Your interests aren't to benefit Wisconsin.
no,
Well,
he doesn't care.
I'm saying people are stupid if they go with what he says. So you were talking about your colonoscopy. I had to go to the dermatologist the other day.
Yeah?
How'd
that go?
So for years, like, okay, give me that suntan, give me that burn. I don't give a fuck. I'm not putting any.
That's the way I play it.
So I got some marks on my back or whatever, and for years they've been saying you got to go to a dermatologist. Some of these don't look good.
I see. This is okay. I did see this comment in our chat, and I didn't know what it was about. But you had said, "Am I dying of skin cancer?" Guess we'll never know. And I asked him, like, "What?" And you didn't answer anything. So I guess you're leaving it for me to find out about in our little episode here. So
yeah. So I went to see this neurologist, and I'm like, oh, finally met my Nigerian princess. She's awesome. She was super nice, pretty.
Yeah.
Bitch fucking cut me.
Oh.
She sliced me.
Really?
Yeah. She's not a prince. She's no princess.
She do a little 2 for flinching.
She's a demon. So anyways, I had one mole on my back that was like, apparently if they're symmetrical, they're good. But if they start looking weird, oblong, like getting off, like that's not okay.
Oh, my medical history isn't limited to just the butt and the back and the fucking. I also see a dermatologist. Your boy's got the seborrheic dermatitis, and they tell me about moles and all that shit.
Well, I had one on my back that was weird looking. She took a picture. It was weird looking.
Yeah.
So I cut it off, and I was supposed to hear back in like 5 days, and it's been about a week and a half. So now I'm starting to have a mild panic attack that I'm dying.
Here's the thing. Dermatologists are very busy. They like to think that they're very busy.
She's not going to be calling me. It's going to be some receptionist saying, "Hey, you're dying. Get in here."
Yeah. So here's the thing. If there was reason for concern, they would have called you already. So you can get that little panic out of your chest and start living your life to the fullest again, like a real normal Pete.
And it's hard to when my back is hurting all the time now because they cut that thing off, and apparently she went down to the bone because it hurts like a motherfucker.
Ooh, baby boy. Do I get to see this?
I mean, I'll show you.
Right now?
Not right this second. I'm not going to show you.
Okay. Well, that's fucking boring.
All right. God damn it.
Just a little peek. If you pull that shirt up and there's an Andy tattoo, I'm going to fucking murder you because we needed to do that. Where am I looking? Down here at the bottom, or is there a... Oh, I see it. Jeepers creepers. That is quite a number. And she did what with that? She just whoosh, scuffed it off? Good night, Irene.
I didn't realize it was that much, and like being a baby, but like it's fucking hurts.
That's quite a number. Now,
So, yeah, I'm living with that, and I can't put Band-Aids on it anymore because apparently I'm allergic to the adhesive in Band-Aids. So it's just like let it ruin my.
has that always been a thing, or has that just been a thing?
I think when
with
I was
this?
little, I had like a thing, but like I put one on the other, or having V put it on because I can't reach it.
Sure.
And she's like, you're allergic to something, man. It's all right. It was super itchy and stuff.
Good grief. So,
Anyways, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to do a whole body scan of me and tell me that I'm need like get my skin removed
in order to get your anxieties where you would rather them be, and that's calm and not concerned.
Well, I'm afraid they're gonna have to fillet my skin off just to.
Looks like she already did, dude.
I know the rest of it though.
Well, let's not do this.
I don't know.
I don't see you having a bunch of questionable marks elsewhere. That one, however, I'd be a little concerned. I'm pretty sure that's cancerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a dermatologist. I am accredited PhD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Everybody knows that. So, no, the typical rule of thumb is
No news is good news.
no news is good news.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, bud, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't.
I mean, what you're seeing is not what was on my back. That's just she
Right,
decided
they
to take a
tore it
8
off
by 8.
and biopsied the shit out of it, the whole shit.
She made like
apparently.
the freaking jigsaw, like cut out like in Saw.
Yeah,
I can't see it, so I have no idea what it looks like.
it's not good, not great. I don't know how I would feel about that on me.
The thing that she took a picture of and showed me was like this big, but like the cut she gave me is like this big. So
Yeah,
what are you doing?
It's this.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
About the size.
This might be my last show.
a
So
noose. Could be. I would, if I were to venture a guess, and a fairly educated guess at that, it would be no news is good news, and you're fine. Biopsy doesn't take usually but 7 days or less, and if they had the result, also, how do you not have like my chart or something where you
I do. There's no results on it.
Okay, then the results aren't in yet. That
I check
that
every
doesn't
day.
mean that they're like, oh man, because there's no results, they must still be studying this fucking thing very hard. That's not how it goes.
No, I
They would
get
know
the
one
feeling.
way or
The
the
reason I
other.
said I guess I'll never know is because I don't think they give a shit to tell me. And there's like, whatever.
That's not the case. But
She was a Nigerian princess. No, she's a demon.
she's a demon, bro.
She's a succubus. She ate my skin.
AKA go. I have already really said what I hate, didn't I?
I mean, that's all. I was thinking about that earlier, but we had this segment, but the whole show's about what we hate. But
It really is, and now we still end it with what you hating this week, buddy. Well, I just covered quite a few things, but what do I hate? What do you hate? What do you hate? Let me think about what I hate.
Okay.
You tell me what you hate if you think you know what you hate.
I forget what I had in mind now.
All right. Well, Brett Favre was Jeep Ducks. What else did we talk about here today?
Oh,
There's a drunk guy.
oh,
Trivia.
I know what I'm hating. Oh, the drunk guy. That's too long of a story, man. I can't get into that right now.
That's fine. Next episode, we'll save it.
That one's fresh. But what I'm hating. So every St. Patrick's Day, I am subjected to the likes of Dropkick Murphys and what's the other one? What's that other group? The other dumb one. Dropkick Murphys and the other dumb pseudo punk
Pirate.
band that has bagpipes in it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I went this entire week without having to hear that bullshit.
Hmm?
No Dropkick Murphys. No, whatever that other group is. I want you to know and I don't think that you would have thought that I did like them, but I think that is the worst. And that I am subjected to that every March kills me. I think bagpipes are the absolute worst sounding things in the world.
Not great.
So they decided to throw that in with punk music.
Mm-hmm.
It kills me.
Yeah.
There's nothing I like more than telling people that I hate that. I don't understand the attraction to it.
I don't either. And there's people that listen to them year round.
Why?
I don't know.
It all sounds the same. It's got the same. Oh, so what pissed me off though was we were at breakfast this morning and I seen a guy wearing a Dropkick Murphys hoodie, and I'm like, fuck! I haven't had that garbage in my head all this whole.
Yeah, I didn't have to hear any of it either. The only thing that I saw this year, somebody posted a clip from one of their shows.
Flogging Molly.
Ah, that's the one.
That's the other one. Fuck you.
Pass. The singer from Dropkick Murphys was gonna throw a shirt, Dropkick Murphys t-shirt out to the audience for somebody, and some dipshit just happened to be wearing a MAGA shirt in the audience, and he literally was like, "I'm gonna give it to that fucking chode, but you got to get rid of that shit." And the fucking idiot with the MAGA shirt threw off his MAGA shirt, threw it up to the front of the stage. I'm assuming they burned it or something cool. And they gave him a Dropkick Murphys shirt to replace his stupid MAGA shirt.
I'm not saying that, like, politically they probably align the same as me, but like,
I don't care about that. I just said
no, but I'm saying, like,
okay, that's cool.
It doesn't change the fact that their music is ass.
No, the music is fucking horrendous, and I can't blame you one bit for.
It's just what I'm hating.
The Dropkick Murphys, and you picked the ideal time to bring that up.
Yeah.
Plus, you're Italian. You hate the Irish, so we hate the Irish. Yeah. I don't even remember what I hate. There's just
you hate so much, but it doesn't matter. You're good.
It never ends, man. Yeah. Well,
next time,
midgets, I guess.